Well, I was really looking for a reason to get the New Balances out again, so I bought the coolest car at the auction. I trailered it home 3.5 hours from Virginia, and I'm really pumped about it. It's a C6 Corvette. This is a C6 with the Z51 package. That means it has beefier sway bars, it has the thicker leaf springs, and it has the bigger brakes. One of the first things I took care of, obviously, was the tint. You can't be driving around in a fishbowl, especially in a Corvette, so that's one of the most important upgrades I think that you can make. Just a small thing, but makes a huge, huge difference, so really stoked on how that turned out. Did already have Corsa exhaust, which is pretty dope. Sounds excellent. Dealing with auction cars, you just never know what you're getting into, and I wasn't sure what was wrong with this thing. For any new vehicle I get, I always go through and change all the fluids right away, but in this particular case, it feels like the rear end is skipping or hopping a little bit in tight, slow corners. Sometimes it's a little bit normal on these, especially the Z51 package as far as I understand, but I'm going to change the rear diff fluid right away. I mean, I got this home last night late, and it's early this morning. We're just diving right into it. I don't want to jinx myself at all, but this car is super clean underneath, so pretty pumped about that. I'll show you under the hood too. Everything is like, looks brand new. The guy's name, the previous owner's name was Eugene Pierce. So I'm guessing he was in his 60s. And another thing I look for in searching Corvettes is stickers like this in the windshield. Member of the National Corvette Museum, part of a Corvette club. Chromies are in good shape. The purist old school Corvette guys are gonna hate me though, because we're getting rid of these things ASAP. Yeah, sure, they're good looking, but it's just not my style. It's just too conservative. So we'll figure out what we're gonna do. I'm not super sure yet. Prime example of why you always loosen the fill hole first. That biatch was tight. I had to get the big guns out. Finally broke it loose, but damn, you never know. You just never know. That's air bubbles or smells like diff fluid. We'll run a magnet through, see if we find anything weird. It seemed like it was a little thick or something. I wasn't noticing any sparkling or anything like right off the rip, but it almost was like it was spitting out air, like air was trapped in the diff or something. I don't know. Weird. It was like, I thought I had the camera rolling at the time, but apparently I didn't. This may have been the first time it was changed, to be honest. The car's only got like 50,000 miles on it. Not picking up any metal. I guess that's a good sign. Yeah, it's a little cloudy, so I don't know if there's like condensation in there or what. I mean, there's little tiny specks. That could be stuff from the pan itself, but it's nothing large, nothing weird, out of the ordinary. I guess that's a good sign. Obviously, everybody's going to have their own opinions on what gear fluid you should use. Some people love Royal Purple. Some people hate it. I have always had good luck with it over the years in rear ends specifically. I don't really use Royal Purple products for anything else, but for rear diff fluid, I like it. So we got the full synthetic with the LSD modifier already in it. We're going to pump this in. Just clean the barrels of the wheels while I was at it too. Easy enough. And I went ahead and lowered it all the way down on the factory bolts. I'm definitely going to be doing some suspension work on this thing, but for the time being, I wanted it to be as low as possible to at least see where I'm at. It'll at least help me come up with the wheel and tire specs I want to go with and how it's going to fit. So I'm going to lower it down, let it relax a little bit, and we'll see where we're at. Well, the front definitely came down. The rears came down a little bit, but still did not close up the wheel gap as much as I'd like. The problem is that the front actually came down too far. It's just a little too low in the front. Rear doesn't look too bad. Well, it definitely looks good, but we got to work on the fitment here. We need some new wheels ASAP, so we're shopping those already. I'm taking the little air dams out, the lateral ones, the ones that direct the airflow up into the brake ducts. We're gonna put them in. I'm gonna put them back in because we need the air to flow up through the brake ducts. So, in combination with raising the front a little bit until we get different wheels. Because I might go 19s in the front in anticipation of upgrading the brakes. And with that, we may increase the overall diameter and therefore it might bring us up a little bit. So temporarily I'll raise it up a little so we don't continue to scrape the hell out of these. But I'll also trim them, and I think I'm going to come around like this. Corner doesn't seem to be the edge, but this portion does. So just to make it all flow, I'll probably just trim the corner off and then come right about here and run it all the way down. I had to do that on my C5, and that seemed to work as well, and I had that slammed on Silver's super lows. The frustrating thing, of course, is that the Corvette has a crazy bolt pattern, 5-on-1 20.65, super annoying. Not many decent wheels are made in that bolt pattern, unfortunately. And the base model, the narrow body Corvettes, can't accommodate low offsets, which sucks because I like a little bit of concavity. So you're forced to go with these wheels that are sort of off the shelf, kind of generic offsets, which don't give me the look that I'm going for, or you have to go the custom route, which adds to lead time and adds to expense. So, I don't know. It's a black Corvette. It looks freaking good, and we're probably gonna have to just go with custom wheels. Taking care of some simple aesthetic stuff as well. The fog lights, for example, are pretty beat up. They don't look too bad from a distance, but when you get up close, you can see that they've been pelted over the years. Also getting rid of some of the orange and red. I hate the orange reflectors. I hate red lenses on vehicles, so we're just toning them down a little bit with some light smoke tint. I mentioned before that I absolutely hate bright red lenses of any kind, and it's so obnoxious that they put these big old round red lenses on Levettes. So we're gonna tint them. I know some people feel a certain type of way about tinted lenses, but it's not that dark. We're not super blacking them out. We're not spraying them with anything. We're doing vinyl. I mean, look at this. The emblem turned out fantastic. Just a little bit of that tint right here. You can see through it just fine. All it's going to do is knock the red down a little bit. That's it. Just trust me on it. Trust me. This is just a T15 Torx, by the way. Even more importantly though, these are 20-year-old lenses and they're just not perfect anymore, so adding a little bit of tint actually gives them their sheen back. They don't look too bad here, but I just wiped them down with mineral spirits too, so they're a little bit shinier than they actually are when they're on the car. Can you see the imperfections though? See, still red, just a little tinted. For all the nitpickers out there, by the way, I just want to let you know, I did clean out the buckets and cleaned off the backside of all the lights too. So don't come at me. See, they're still red. It's just knocked down a little bit, and this is not quite so in-your-face red. They don't look too bad. I will say though that this was probably just temporary until I get some actual aftermarket taillights, which I am going to do. I just got to decide which ones I'm going to go with. Already got the MGW short throw shifter installed, which is a pretty awesome upgrade. Interior is super clean. That's one of the reasons I really like this car the most. For some reason, I always seem to buy Corvettes in the rain. I don't know. It was raining when I got the Grand Sport home. It was raining when I picked up the C5 Corvette. And we totaled out the new C6 too. I'm already shopping wheels. I've gone back and forth a couple different designs, a couple different combos. I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I'm going to be pulling the trigger on that really soon. Already pulled the trigger on some suspension stuff. So we're going to be dialing that in. Let me know your thoughts though on how we should approach this in terms of performance. Do we do the valve train upgrade with the cam and do headers and full exhaust and tune and just stay naturally aspirated and see what we can pull out of that? Of course, we'll do intake and we'll do intake manifold and things like that. Or do we just drop the money and go forced induction with an A&A supercharger right off the rip? It's tempting. No matter what route I choose to go though, I think we're starting off with a good baseline. We got the Z51 package. It's a black C6 Corvette, 2 owners, relatively low miles, super clean interior. I'm pretty pumped right now. So if you guys will stick around, appreciate you watching this one. Let me know in the comments below which route you think we should take for the C6 Corvette. Appreciate you watching. See you in the next one.